In this video, you're going to discover the most important, most powerful breakthrough tools in order to create everything in your life. Not only that, you will learn how to apply them in your life in order to create a bright new future. Now, this is going to be a workshop video, which means you're going to do some work, which means that you need some papers and a pen. And if you don't have them, go get them, pause the video, and I will wait. Ready? Let's go for it. Before you can upgrade your mindset to a new and empowering one, which this is what we're going to do in the next video, you need to first learn the tools that you can use in order to break through in your life. So these are the 8 tools for breakthrough and how you can use them in order to create for yourself and your loved ones a bright new future. The first one is create a compelling why, which practically means have a very good reason for why you want to break through. Because you see, creating a breakthrough can be difficult and can be tedious, and sometimes you don't want to do that anymore. And when things get tough, it's very normal that we want to just quit and stay in mediocrity. So having a very strong reason, what we call a compelling why, will get you to continue even when things get tough, even when you're bored, tired, or it's difficult. Now, the first step in order to identify your compelling why is to find out what are all the prices that you're paying for not creating a breakthrough, for staying where you are. So what I'm going to ask you right now is to take 1 minute and write down. It's important that you write it down. Don't keep it in your mind, but write it down. Write down how your life would look like, let's say a year from now, if you choose not to do anything, just to keep on with life as usual, normal as before, and you're not going to break through whatever it is that you need to break through. So just take a minute right now and write down all the prices you're going to pay in your life, or how would your life look like when you didn't break through. How many more opportunities will you miss? How much more will it take away from your physical vitality? From your emotional vitality? How much more prices you will pay in your energy level? In your zest for life? What are the prices you're going to pay in your relationships with your loved ones when you don't upgrade your mindset? All right. Now, the next step in order to find your compelling why is to find out what are all the benefits and all the rewards that you will have if you will upgrade your mindset, upgrade your software, and create this breakthrough in your life, let's say a year from now. So I'm going to give you a minute now, and again, it's important that you write it down. Right now, how your life would look like after you upgraded your mindset to supporting one, to empowering one, to one that is uplifting you, that one that supports you in whatever it is that you were trying to achieve. How would your life look like 1 year from now? Take a minute for that right now. See how you've changed because you chose to break through. See how you look and feel younger, more confident, more alive, more understanding. See all the opportunities that you took advantage of. And then look at the faces of the people you love and see how their lives have changed because you chose to upgrade your mindset and create a breakthrough in your life. And now that you know the prices that you're going to pay if you're not upgrade your mindset, and you also see the rewards that you will gain if you will do that, then figure it out. What is your compelling why to change right now? So take a moment for that and write down what is your compelling why. What is your big reason why you're going to break through? Take a moment for that now. The second tool for breakthrough is a definition. We call it success means giving your 100%. I would like to suggest a new definition for success. Most of us are used to the old definition that says, well, attaining one's goals, right? So when you attain your goals, you're successful. I want to suggest that this is an old-fashioned and counterproductive definition of the word success. How about if we change that definition to success is giving your 100%? Which means that when you're trying to reach a goal, you do whatever it takes. And if it doesn't work, then you try again. And if that doesn't work, you try something else. And if that doesn't work, by this definition, are you successful or are you a failure? Well, by this definition, if you gave your 100%, you are a success. And this is important because from now on, success is about what you put in and not about a comparison or a competition with others or with yourself in the past. It's about what you put in and not about the old definition of one winner and everybody else is a loser. Did you ever had the fear of failure that was stopping you from doing things? Well, with the new definition, this fear is gone. All you need to guarantee to yourself is that you're putting everything, you're giving everything, you're putting 100% in. That's all. So let me know in a comment under this video, what is your commitment to 100%, giving 100% in one area or one topic in your life? Let me know in the comment box below, don't miss that, and then we're going to move to the next tool of breakthrough. The third tool for breakthrough is that you never break through alone. It's true that you are actually doing it, but there's always people there to support you in this way or another. There are people there to cheer you up, there are people to confront you or to kick your butt when you're being lazy. There are people to give you feedback, there are people that to coach you, there are people there to give you advice. You'll never break through alone. If you will look at the past and see all those places in your life where you had to break through something, you'll see that there were always people there. And this is important, so I want you to take 1 minute right now and write down on a piece of paper, what will you need help or support in the coming weeks, months, in the coming period, in order to allow you to create this major breakthrough in your life and create a whole bright new future. What is it that you might need? Maybe you need advice, maybe you need coaching, maybe you need confrontation, maybe you need a hand to hold you when you're walking around, maybe it's a shoulder to cry on when you're not succeeding. Okay, just figure out all the things that you might need help or support from somebody else and write them down. I'm going to give you 1 minute for that. This is not the time to keep it to yourself or I'm going to do it on my own. The idea is the opposite. The idea is that we are sharing our challenges, our need for support, our need for help from other people, and we ask them to help us, the same way that we will be able to help them. By you being vulnerable and allowing yourself to say, hey, I need support, you also allow other people to say, hey, I need your support. This way we can achieve a lot more than that. And don't forget that you have your own friends, loved ones, and a network that you can share what you need and what you can offer them. But you also have the Soul Tribe that we created together. And if you're not yet a member of the Good Life Challenge Facebook group, then make sure that you're joining us now, because this is where we're helping each other. And if you don't know about it, there's a link in the description below. Tool number 4 for breakthrough. It's actually the understanding that the past is not equal to the future unless it serves you. And most of the time it doesn't serve us. And especially not now where everything changed so fast and so radically. When we're looking at the world today, it's very, very different than it used to be just a few months ago. So a lot of the things that in the past were obvious and we knew how to do them, right now are not making a lot of sense. The world has changed, or the way that we're doing things have changed. So I'm giving you right now 1 minute to write down all those things that you realize that right now have been done in a certain way in the past, but are not being done anymore now and probably in the future, or at least that things have changed. So take 1 minute for that. And for example, people are working from home. Who thought about it a few months ago that almost everybody can work from home, or that universities and schools will go online, or that people like cashiers and delivery drivers will become essential workers. There's so many more things that have changed, and I want you to take a minute and write down everything that you can see that in your life or in the world around you has changed. Take 1 minute for that. All right, and that's what happened. Let's see what you need to do. So I'm going to give you right now 1 minute to write down. And again, please write it down on a piece of paper. This is important. It forces your mind to start working on solutions for that. I would like you to start having a look on all the things that you will have to think differently or do differently from now on in order to fit to the new normal, if you want, or the new world, and create for yourself a bright new future. Take a minute for that. All right, so tool number 5 for creating breakthrough is something that you need to, again, it's an understanding. And the understanding is that competency happens in the moment. Okay, we tend to think that things take a long time and it's a process, it's kind of an evolution, or it's a linear process that takes time for you to be able to do something. But actually it's not this case. There are a lot of things that you didn't know how to do, for example, before, and at one point something flipped and now you were able to do them. And that fits with the past is not equal to the future. But I want you to have a look at that from this perspective, where competency happens in the moment. So for example, if you ever learned how to ride a bike, at the beginning you were trying it very, very hard, and it was hard to find the balance, so you kept on falling all the time. Sometimes you managed to do a meter or two, and then again you fell down into the bushes. And it happened again and again and again, until at one point you didn't fall anymore. And from that point you can ride a bike, probably till today, without a problem. Okay? Competency happened at that moment. And it's the same thing with the way that you learned how to read, for example, or the way that you started to kiss. At the beginning you didn't have a clue what you're doing, and suddenly, poof, you knew how to do that. Same with riding a car, or a lot of the other things that we today know how to do, they happened suddenly. Okay? And this is important because that's what you will have to develop in the coming period in order to create this bright new future for yourself. Remember, competency happens in the moment. So take a minute right now and write down all the things that you or other people that you know couldn't do before, and now suddenly became possible, or you suddenly could do them, just to prove for you the fact or the understanding that competency happens in a moment. So it can be, for example, that, who thought that doctor appointments can be done online via Skype or Zoom, or that you can do family dinners together this way, or that you can listen to concerts or work this way. Okay, that didn't exist before, and suddenly it's possible. Things that before you thought, that's not possible, or that's not going to happen, or that it's not effective, or whatever, and suddenly now they are. So take a minute for that right now and write down all those things that before you couldn't do, or you thought it's never going to work, or won't be effective, and now you say, actually, they do. Possible. Tool number 6 for creating a breakthrough is there's always a way when you're committed. Okay, it is about commitment. And when you're committed to something and you're not giving up, there's always a way to solve it. So what I'm going to ask you right now is to take a minute and write down all the challenges that you're facing right now that are standing in between you and creating this bright new future that you're looking for. Anything. It can be something about your mental state, mindset. It can be something about your health, your financial situation, the social situation in the world. Anything that right now is a challenge for you in your life. Okay, write them down. I'm going to give you 1 minute for that. All right, now it's when you're going to go into work. Okay, I'm going to ask you to choose one challenge, one of those challenges that you wrote on the list right now, and I'm going to give you 3 minutes, 3 whole minutes, to come up with as many possible solutions for that specific challenge or problem or situation in your life that stops you. Okay, and we're brainstorming here. So those solutions, you don't want to judge them, you don't want to censor them, you don't want to evaluate if this is better than the other or if it's stupid or whatever, just to write down as many solutions as possible. That's where it comes to when you're committed, there's always a way. So we're looking for a way. Some of those solutions will not be great, some of them will not be even good. It doesn't matter, you want to put them down on paper because sometimes a bad idea will bring a good idea. Okay, and all I'm trying to show you right now to prove you is that there's always a way. So I'm asking you to be committed for 3 minutes of your life, and to a piece of paper, put down as many solutions as possible. So pick up one of those challenges and 3 minutes begin now. All right, tool number 7 for creating breakthrough is to learn to focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. When we're looking around in the world right now, things are not going the way we want them. At least a lot of them don't. So if it's health situation, if it's the economy that is deteriorating or going into a major crisis, if it's a government control that is tightening up, if you're subscribing to any one of the conspiracy theories, all those can put you very easily into panic mode or for sure into a place of, I don't want this, I don't want this in my life. But when you're focusing on what you don't want, then that's the only thing that you see. And in order to create a breakthrough and to create a bright new future for yourself, you will need to master one tool or one strategy that comes from martial art. And this is that whenever you go for anything in your life, you need to learn to focus all your energy on what is it that you want. You will need to focus beyond all those things, all those obstacles, challenges, problems, all those things that you don't want. And this is quite a skill because we're used to focus on what worries us, scares us, angers us, everything that we don't want. But we're not always used to look beyond that, and that's the practice I'm going to ask you to do right now. So the question is, where are you focusing in your life right now? Are you focusing most of your energy, most of your creative outlets, most of your creative power on solutions, on the things that you want to have in your life? Or are you focusing most of them on the obstacles and the problems and the things you don't want in your life? Because remember, what you're focused on, that's what you're going to create in your life, right? So for now, take 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes and write it down, 10 things, at least 10 things you want to create or you want to happen in your life in the coming period that will represent for you a bright new future. Okay, so it's 2 minutes to come up with at least 10 things you do want. Not the things you don't want, but the things you do want to create or to happen in your life in the coming period. And last but not least, celebrate. This is really, really important. As soon as you achieved your breakthrough, or any breakthrough in the way, it doesn't have to be the major breakthrough, but something on the way, you need to learn to celebrate that. Celebrating a breakthrough is the best way to guarantee the next breakthrough. Okay, we take all the energy that we used and we gain from that and we use it for the next part. So celebration is very, very, very important. So take 1 minute right now to write down what is it that already has changed in your life in the last period that is empowering, that is positive, that is beautiful, that is inspiring. Write those down and take 1 minute for that. Right now I'm going to ask you to take 1 minute to think about how are you going to celebrate these breakthroughs that you already created or that already is appearing in your life. So take a moment to think about it, and by the end of this minute you better have the how are you going to celebrate that. A commitment. I don't care what it is. You can find a way to celebrate it with your friends, your family, a special dinner, a special treat, whatever it works for you, but find a way to celebrate. I'm going to give you a minute for that, and then we'll continue. Are you ready to commit? It's a simple yes or no. If yes, let me know in the comment box below that you are ready to commit. Just a statement of commitment, a commitment that you're willing to upgrade your mindset, attitudes, beliefs, that you're ready to do whatever it takes in order to create a bright new future for you, for your loved ones, for your community, and for the world. Let me know in the comment box below, and until we meet in the next video, live fully, stay awesome. From Nisande.